Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is video time, and definitely have a lot of questions to be answered throughout this video, so this might be a little longer than the normal, so please stay tuned. Hopefully, you'll get your question answered if this is something that you've asked. So, this is going to be the FAQ video of the BADZ71. I've done some in the past. It's been a long time, way before any of these upgrades, so I'll go ahead and do another one. So these are going to be the most frequently asked questions on both my Instagram page and my Facebook page. The YouTube channel, I don't get a huge amount of questions, just basically because everything's usually covered in a video. But on my Instagram page, I get so many of the same questions over and over, and a lot of it you could find the answers to in the bio on my profile. So just click on my profile, read my bio, and that's the answer to the majority of the questions. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with some frequently asked questions of the BADZ71. My most frequently asked question is about the mirrors. So we're going to go ahead and answer that right off the bat, off the top of the list here. I've gotten so many different, the versions of the question on so many different pictures. I'll post a picture on Instagram, every other day to, every day to every other day, and I'll get the question, where did you get your mirrors? How did you make them fit? Because people know that they're off the 2015 and up heavy-duty trucks. They know that's the style. So they're asking me, how did you make the 2015 style fit, the old body style GM pickup truck? So there are a lot of these trucks out there, that are wearing these mirrors now, since they're available on the market. Well, here's the answer. I got them off of eBay. They're around $200 to $220 depending on what options you want. The options I've got the chrome caps, I got the signal on here, and flip it around, I got the little reverse light, and I also got the little turn signal in the glass. Those are the options that I wanted, so I paid $220 for them. The reason that they fit the truck is because they are remanufactured and reproduced with the same base to fit this truck, just like the stock mirrors. So you pull your stock ones off, these bolt right up, and they come with an extra support bracket on the inside so you can bolt them up. Now, next question relating to these mirrors is how did you wire them up? Well, out of the factory, wherever these are produced at, they do have a little bit of a problem wiring up the power. So when you wire them up, I'm not really going to be able to show you guys, but so here's the power switch for your mirrors. The only portion that's powered is the top glass. So the very top one is the power. That's the one that moves. The bottom one is a manual convex. You move that by your hand. And what you have to do is, once you get your mirrors put in and you run your wires, all the mirrors do is just plug into your existing harness. So your stock harness, the mirrors plug right into them. Now, the catch is that for whatever reason on these mirrors, they made them to where the wires do not match up with what our truck's wiring is. So what will happen is you'll put your mirrors on, you'll plug them in, you've got to move them around, and nothing will happen. So what you have to do is cut the ends off, and you have to rewire that plug to match up, with our harness. So what you're going to have to do is take a test light or a battery or whatever and power it up and figure out what goes to what. I will be in the process of trying to figure out what goes where on these, and maybe try to get a diagram. I'm sure somebody probably already has a diagram out there, but I just haven't had the time to do that. But I'm sure I'll be able to find it on the GMT400 forums. So GMT400.com is my go-to forum for a lot of the stuff that I do to this truck, just because GMT400 is the body style for this truck. So there's the mirrors, the wiring harness for the lights is included. It's pretty straightforward. You have a wire for the clearance lights up front, you have a wire for the little cargo light, and you have a wire for the turn signal on the glass. So you just wire that up, hardwire that into your wires underneath the dash of the truck. So you got to run that wire, plug it into the mirror, you got to run it down through the door panel and inside. So that's pretty straightforward. So that's the mirrors, a little bit more in depth than what they were. The next question I always get is, where did I get my grill? You guys that have been following the truck for a while, it went from white to black pretty suddenly. A lot of people think that I painted it. A lot of people think that I rhino-lined it or line-xed it with body, something like that, a bed liner type thing. It's just black. It's just when you buy, it's a new grill. I got it off of LMC. When you buy a new paintable grill, it comes black like that. So that's just the raw plastic. It's just black. And it's ready to be primed and painted. So nothing really special about it. It's just a replacement grill because my other one was so weak and fragile that I just wanted to replace it. And I just left it black. And I don't know if I'm going to go back white. But it's black right now, so that's why it's that, you know, black, and that's where I got it. So LMC for the grill. That's pretty much the main two questions that I've been getting. But I'm going to go ahead and go over a lot of the other things that are typical. So let's go ahead and cut to something else. Z71 Badge. This is off of the 2014 and up Z71 pickup trucks, all the way from the Colorados to the Silverados. And you know, just like my mirrors, I was the first one to do this to these trucks. What I did is just made a little bracket back here, which you can see, and it bolts onto the back just like the billet grill. So it bolts onto the back of the billet grill, and the badge is just stuck onto a metal plate that I made. So it's just stuck on that way. That's how that works. That's pretty simple. Wheels are by Anthem Off-Road. They're the A731 Commander Series, which means that they're the Commander Series in gloss black with the milled accents, instead of just flat black or gloss black without any of the silver. The lift on the truck is a 6-inch rough country suspension lift. There is no body lift on the truck. It is all suspension lift. The leaf springs in the back are stock. And it is running 4-inch lift blocks in the back to provide that lift. It's just everything that came from rough country, you know, by itself. Tires are 35 and 12.5 wide. Wheels are 20 inches in diameter and 12 wide. So that kind of takes care of the suspension, tires, and wheels questions that I get all the time. Shocks are just rough country shocks that came with the lift. I would love to change them out, but shocks are expensive. Truck is a little dirty right now. This is something you don't see very often, is that dirt. I try to keep it clean, but I went around and played with it last night. The monster hook is there because why not? I just want it to be there. And the locks, I just like the locks, so they're there as well, even though they're getting a little faded. There's no purpose to them, but they're just there. Truck is not Summit White, it is Olympic White. There is a little difference between the two. Not sure what it is. The Olympic White is a little bit darker. Headlights were just purchased from eBay. They're just factory replacements, just diamond clear factory replacements, as well as the lower turn signals. And the side marker lights purchased from eBay as well. Bowtie is my stock Bowtie from 1997, just repainted. It's been painted multiple different colors. And my Cal induction hood was purchased from, well, it came from LMC originally. It's just a Ram Air style hood, and I purchased it locally since it was already white. But you can get them from LMC. It's a good mark. It's steel. It's not fiberglass. It's steel. So, but yeah. No spacers on the wheels, negative 44 offset, and I think that pretty much takes care of everything. Now, you guys may have noticed that the truck is a lot dirtier than I usually keep it, and there are some things that are kind of off about it, need touched up a little bit about it, but it is cold, and it is winter time, and I will probably keep up with the upkeep, you know, start back over, put my new lights in, and do my touch-ups and everything as soon as spring hits, just because I don't want the winter ruining that for me. But that's it. That's BADZ71 upgrades in a nutshell, guys. Any questions, feel free to comment on this video. I'll do my best to answer them, and hopefully that took care of a lot of the big questions about the truck. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a fan and subscribing and following my Instagram page, which is continuously growing. So thank you very much for that. Any more questions, feel free to hit me up or look at my previous videos, because the majority of everything should be pretty well covered now. But as always, we'll see you later, guys, and I hope you enjoyed.